Look at this guy. You gotta love this guy. I mean, free from Star Wars, man, he is living up so far to the expectation that I had of him. That he would go ahead and he would speak that truth like no one's business. He is the hero that we need right now. Look at this guy. What's going on? Thank you again for clicking on the video. Before I get started, if you like the content of the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. We can really use the help because I want to get one of those nice fancy community tabs, and I think you need at least 100 in order to get that. But let's get right into the mix here with John Boyega, the man himself, Finn. What was it? FN 208 or something like that? John Boyega is dunking on upset reylo fans after Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Before we get into this though real quick, let's do a little backstory. John Boyega already came out a long time ago, a few months ago, and he pretty much just shitted on The Last Jedi. He didn't like The Last Jedi. He didn't like the direction that it was going. He felt probably the same way that all of us felt, that his character was underutilized and wasted in a meaningless plot line, and that they were teasing some things there that didn't even make any goddamn sense, including that that kiss with Rose Tico was the most garbage kiss ever on the face of the planet, ever put to film. And you could tell even in that John Boyega wasn't into it. He just was like, you know. And there's nothing wrong with Rose Tico. It's just that the plot line itself just didn't make any sense in the character. I'm sorry, I should say nothing wrong with Kelly Marie Tran. It's what's wrong with Rose Tico. But let's talk about how he's dunking on upset reylo fans. He's dunking on them now. While many celebrities have some sort of PR person running their various social media accounts, that is certainly not the case with Star Wars actor John Boyega, and that is reason number one to love this dude. He flat out is the one telling you exactly how he feels. There's no PR bullshit. He is coming out and he's telling you, I think Last Jedi sucks. I think that Rey could get it. She can go many inches deep. He's incredibly outspoken on Twitter and Instagram, so much so that it's caught some people off guard in the wake of Rise of Skywalker. How? How did it catch him off guard? We knew that this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen because he was leaking it out. He was saying like, hey, this is about to go down. Once this picture comes out and that contract, that check is cleared and that contract is done, this shit's about to go down. And it's starting. We haven't even seen the little tip. He's given us the tip, okay, with what he's been saying so far. I assume that maybe one day they'll do a documentary on the biggest piece of turd in cinema history, the Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy. Boyega, now free of his responsibilities, the Disney Star Wars franchise has made his thoughts clear about various aspects of the experience, more so than anyone else involved. First, he was making headlines for saying outright that he didn't like The Last Jedi. He is a part of the fandom menace. He is... he might be the Sidious of this shit. Where his character Finn was relegated to a mostly irrelevant subplot. And now in the wake of Rise of Skywalker, spoilers follow, he has a different opinion, namely about Kylo and Rey ending up as the central couple of the franchise. However, briefly. First off, what I'm about to show you makes perfect sense here. What he's trying to say. Look at this. This is Star Wars. In the first movie, he's torturing her. He's going into her mind. This is where she downloaded his powers, apparently. Or something like that. This is what happened. Like another fight right here. They're fighting. Look, she stabs him in the stomach. And I think if I'm saying, she force heals him. Look at that. They're fighting. This is what romance is to these people. This is the toxic relationship, the essence of it. Boyega has been at war with a certain subset of Star Wars fans deemed reylos, a group who have been pulling for Rey and Kylo Ren to get together since the first film. While they did get their Ben Rey kiss at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, the group seems overwhelmingly upset that the movie killed off Ben right after, denying the two a happily ever after. I think that they should have killed off Ben in The Last Jedi. Right? He should have... You know what? They should have made him as incompetent as they made every other male in that movie. And what he should have did was, he should have called for the lightsaber, right? And it should have sliced through Snoke, and then Rey could have been like, oops, and dropped her hand and not catch the lightsaber, and he cut his own fucking head off. Because pretty much what you did in The Rise of Skywalker, and I'm not blaming this on JJ. I'm not blaming this on the writers. I'm blaming this on fucking Last Jedi because they left no other recourse. So instead of him cutting his head off in The Last Jedi, which is what he should have did, he ended up cutting his balls off in The Rise of Skywalker, and he became fucking useless. So, head or balls? They chose balls. Meanwhile, John Boyega, like many of us, remembers that at one point it sure seems like perhaps Finn and Rey would end up together instead. There was. In the first movie, he was becoming Rey's little lapdog. He was, where's Rey? Where's Rey? I need Rey. I need Rey. And then in The Last Jedi, they fucked that all up, right? He wakes up from the little back to bath or whatever he was doing. And he wakes up, and then he's first thing that comes out of his mouth is, where's Rey, right? And then that's when they cut. And then he goes on this adventure with this other girl. Completely just out of nowhere. And then she kisses him. A kiss, by the way, that he clearly does not want. Alright? And I think he should have called HR. Because that was sexual harassment. This set up a full flame war of reylos as reylos attack Boyega for all this. Reylos claim he was being sexist. Oh wait, did I skip something here? Oh. Well, he made a crack about Finn laying pipe in the wake of Ben's death now that Rey was free. He's going to lay it down. Maybe they're upset because he doesn't want to lay pipe with Rose Tico. This set off a full-on flame war as Reylos attacked Boyega for all this. Reylos claimed he was being sexist. Boyega defenders note that he has to deal with racist remarks about his possible relationship with Rey for 3 films now. Not only that, but he also has to constantly deal with this whole thing about him being gay. And in a relationship with Poe. I mean, they put this kid with everybody. They put him with... In the first movie, it looked like he was going to be messing around with Rey. That got thrown out of the window. Then he's like messing around with Rose Tico and all that good stuff, even though he clearly didn't want it. And then in the third movie... Oh, actually, not even in the third movie, because in the third movie, Poe is like... He's about to get down with that other girl. So that was pretty cool. And then but you know, all the fans wanted, and including even Oscar Isaac wanted them to get together. That's weird. Now the final blows come from Boyega as he posts a short video on Instagram and was setting a scene to music and showing him dancing and slashing and driving over each tweet, including the one I just mentioned. Listen, guys, this is a real dude right here. This is a real dude. This guy right here, he's a real dude. Let's face facts here. Okay? He don't give a shit about all that shit that you guys say. The contract's over, baby. Contract's over. And John Boyega's going to say what he want to say. He going to do what he want to do. And if he want to lay down some pipe, and she want to let him lay down some pipe, he going to lay down that pipe. Okay? Because, you know what? Sometimes brothers got to be a certified plumber. And he got to lay it down. When she asks, he got to lay it down. And I don't understand it. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't with these people. You really are. You can't be a real person. You can't have real talk when it comes to with these SJWs. They get upset over everything. Everything. And I'm happy that John Boyega is dunking on upset Reylo fans. The storyline was stupid too. The whole thing was dumb. It was not thought out. It was completely and totally useless. Every relationship in that entire sequel trilogy was meaningless. Think about that for a second, right? I want you to put down in the comment section below what relationship in this entire sequel trilogy lasted throughout the entire one and meant something. And meant anything. Think about it. Wait. So, yeah. When it comes to John Boyega, it is what it is. And I'm happy for him that he's free now to say what he wanted to say. That he has been, that the weight on his shoulders are now gone. He's not carrying the weight of all that bullshit that comes with dealing with a company like Disney. If you are a John Boyega fan, you are more of a fan of him today than you were 3 weeks ago. Hey guys, if you like the content of this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your comment down below. Enjoy. Bye-bye now.